Lord South Forest snap response?
Okay, last time I mean we played against the Probosk's team here. We said okay, he's not gonna pick Wild Soul because he wants to farm. He's not gonna share it with a Wild Soul in the jungle. So that was our reasoning, and they pick it up this time. It's interesting.
Yeah.
This is a really aggressive team. They want to fight and push towers early for sure. Wild Soul can push early and farm a lot at the same time. Gladiator wants to tank team fight, and so does Lodestone.
Yeah, no, I do remember that. That was when they had the Clanks on top of that themselves, and we're gonna. Or wait, that was you. What?
That was us.
That was
We
you
had flanks and
guys.
also yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, what was that about? Clanks and Wild Soul. That's different for you guys.
Yeah, it is like yeah. Our idea was every time they send with ulti, we push a tower with Wild Soul, but we
Ah,
played it wrong and laid it out in the wrong order. Also, we fought with the wrong heroes early on, and yeah, that's not good. We made some misplays, and that cost us the game.
gotcha. All right, so but this one here, yeah, Lord South Forest, he really has kind of speaking of heroes that have kind of gotten attention lately, and this is
Yeah,
one of those
very strong.
cases. It's the
It
Wild
seems
Soul.
it just farms so fast, even though it dies early on. Like you can try and slow it down, but it's still gonna farm a lot and have a lot of impact regardless. It's not like you are killing a hard carry agility hero that's can't do nothing if he gets killed 2 to 3 times.
Hmm.
This hero will always farm. So it's very strong hero, and it seems to just pull out a sheep stick so fast, like even if you kill it. So strong impact from that hero, and the ultimate, of course, very strong against the hero like Wild Soul. He wants to lifesteal a lot, and if he's not able to, that definitely takes away a huge aspect after hero.
Yeah. No, we've most certainly seen that impact too. It's pretty ridiculous on Wild Soul how when he can't lifesteal, you kind of realize that oh wow, he's not nearly as scary without that. So yeah, the Undying of course provides that here. So we'll see how that comes into play. The interaction with the Lord South Forest. The fourth pick now to happen. We had Oogie, Sandwraith, Parallax, Doctor Repulsor, Hellbringer, and Moira bands coming out here. And there's Andromeda. Happen. Oof, that's a quick Clank response.
I was thinking you might want to pick that up himself, actually, Probasculus, but it doesn't look like it. Because hero can escape pretty well from Loyal Forest. Last time he played Dark Lady against it, he had 600 GPM, and that Loyal Forest with 400 still like just ulted him, and then he died on Dark Lady. So I don't think he feels. Else it would be a fine Dark Lady game as well here. I'm not sure what he's gonna go for. I think he wants Clanks. Might be wrong in that, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they have the Wild Soul here, and even Gladiator. I mean, it depends on the
Yeah.
role, I guess, you're playing him.
I think he's mid though. I think is it Slasco's played it before? I'm not really sure, but then they will have the Lodestone offlane. That's my guess at least.
Hmm.
Jungle also.
That would make sense there, yeah. But gonna think about this one. Only 10 more seconds here. For Probus has to choose. So
Okay, so it's farming. Okay. Okay, let me see. How are they gonna do this? It's interesting.
Huh.
It has to be a Probus playing Wild Soul then.
Yeah.
So I wasn't wrong. He's not gonna share the jungle. He's just gonna take it himself. Okay.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like again, Probus. We know this. Like we mentioned in the last game, 4-1 strat. I mean, that's their mentality. That's his idea. So, seeing a
Smiling up top, or is that too obvious? It's definitely hard to see what they're doing. No one has swapped the hero yet, so they're just waiting for the billboard. They're not giving anything away here.
yeah, it's not gonna be a lodestone Probusk. That's for sure. Um, Final pick. I mean, they have 25 seconds themselves, so they're going to think about this one. Yeah, I guarantee they're trying to figure it out for themselves as well. It's just as stumped as we are of, what are we going to see? And so how do we want to lay now? I mean, they need their support in the end, so it's a matter of whichever one they feel makes the most sense here for the matchup. What is it going to be? 2 more seconds. Okay, they go with Empath here. Their final support. So now the swap's going to start happening. Ready ups. What are we going to see?
Oh, it's support Andromeda. It could be a farming a Luna too, and a jungling also. But then it should be short farming Gladiator. That's also an option, and then a Luna mid. A Luna mid is really strong. It's not too bad. If you get level 6 early, like whatever melee hero is trying to CS creeps there will die because you can land a guaranteed 5 second stun on him. He can't farm at that point at least. Of course, it's hard to harass zone out a hero because of potential ganks from Empath or Magnus. It doesn't look like they have a jungle. Oh, it could be jungle to force, of course. I'm stupid.
Oh yeah, it definitely could be. Yeah, it probably is going to be here with Fine.
Fine playing it. Yeah, it is for sure. Alright.
Okay. So they do end up Proboscis. Yeah, he is playing the Wild Soul. But again, though, is he going to be in the jungle or is he actually going to be in the lane here? Are they going to run that kind of tri-lane setup? Or a 2-2-1 even or something like that. So that's what I'm still intrigued to find out. Because Denver Pro, the one playing a Luna, I guess he is their secondary support player. And okay. Yeah, so it's probably going to be a laning Wild Soul. If I had to guess, but...
Yeah, I think it is. That's a Luna. No, it could still be jungling. I'm... Like, what a... So the jungle Gladiator then, and then a Luna mid. That's also... Denver Pro played jungle before, so he's the second support now on a Luna, I guess. So they must have some tri-lane figured out that they want to do. The good thing about it is different guy on Lodestone has a stun and Gladiator has a stun, so they can rotate in between those two lanes and still manage to net kills.
Yeah.
Wild Soul is the only one they really cannot kill with, so they will need to give him some time. But then again, if he's solo laning, he can be punished. He can be killed, especially by an empath with an essence link and a wall, and into any kind of stun and flashbangs as well, since he does not have a blink.
So I'm pulling it up right here. Again, this is the Redemption match, as you see on the screen from Group A. These are the playoff brackets that are here as far as what they're ultimately playing for the next stage of the tournament, which will take place next week on Wednesday and Friday, of course. Right now you got Bad Monkey Gaming and Complexity Gaming currently sitting in their semifinal matchups. BMG will be playing the winner of Sync versus 2-0, and Complexity plays the winner of this one, actually. So obviously they're keeping a close eye on this one, I'm sure, as looks like Mystery Gang is ready to go themselves, and here we go. All right. So, yeah, again, the lane here, definitely intriguing. We'll see how they set it up, because, oh, TP right away from Bunny Lever going top.
Oh, interesting. I like it. I think they will get some information with this. Maybe they see a solo Deadwood or solo Mag up here, and then they know they should try lane short lane instead. Because I think the Hellboy side knows that looking at the Legion side, this has to be a man-up tri-lane, so they will go bottom with their own heroes here and try and dodge it.
Yeah, this whole idea of TPing to a lane is something that's become more and more of a popular. In fact, Bunny Lover is the one that definitely comes to mind, as he does it quite often, actually.
We'll see.
Fresh.
I think he dodged getting spotted by the ward up top from where this ward is positioned. I don't think he went into range of it, so they shouldn't know Magnus is up here yet. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, with the lane.
Yeah. Look, I think they're expecting it, so Fine is going to jungle their enemy jungle here, and that's good read from them, seeing that it's probably a man-up tri-lane, and we just go bottom with our clanks to farm there and our jungle hero.
Now, I might be wrong on this, but maybe this is being a little picky, but the ward side placement is maybe... I don't understand it, because if you just put it in the middle, it would have seen a little more of the lane and possibly seen Magnus. And
Agreed.
What's up?
I agree with you. I think you put it there so it's not easily countered, but since you TP up there, no one sees you place it, so it could be basically anywhere, right? Yeah. So you might as well put it where it gives you the most vision. I completely agree with you there.
Yeah, and even that though, it's like if they're going to counter it, if they think it might be in the middle, I mean, then it would still very likely get countered anyways because it's so close to where it could have been. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a little thing maybe, but they are going to send the trial lane up here in the end. So
yeah. I think it benefits Hellboy so far with how the lanes are shaped up. They expected Clanks to be up here, he's not, so the supports will have to rotate, I think. It's definitely possible to kill a Magnus, but the Andromeda stun, they need Gladiator level 2 before he can and then land the showdown, because he can just steam back away the Andromeda Comet stun. Instead, Luna's gonna rotate mid and looks like they're gonna go 2-2-1.
Yeah.
Not sure I like it too much, because they need Wild Soul to have a good start, I think, to carry them into the game here, or to push tower with. But he does got a double wave here, so he has been doing some pulling. I haven't followed it all the time, but he actually has his entire wave here. It's pretty good for him, so he might have practiced this. This is working out fine actually so far.
Yeah, you got Clanks bringing the creep wave back, so as you mentioned, the double link kind of playing out here between Clanks and Wild Soul, but obviously Empath also being here, so Wild Soul has to play it pretty safe. There's the pressure coming out, so, oh, there we go, though. Yeah, well played with the lane positioning.
Yeah.
Pretty good placement there. Man, he's playing really scared, though.
Yeah.
I guess he doesn't know where Lord
I'm not surprised.
is.
No, he always plays really safe, so
Yeah.
it's just his play style. That's how he plays. But I would agree that there's nothing that can kill him right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Sulfuras is not. He doesn't have a haste rune yet or something, so.
Yeah, it seems a little. I mean, yeah, it's not like the most high potential kill lane, but yeah, it's again he makes it work a lot, so it's hard to sit here criticizing it constantly. But top lane, Magnus, so he's in trouble. Pitfall comes out. There we go. The Steam Bath obviously not that great for that reason, but he is going to be fine. We'll pop the health potion here. Oh, did it get taken off? No, it did not. Okay, the flagellation might have taken it off right there. But,
yeah, I'm not sure if he managed to steam bath away the comet stun, because I also think that's a kill, honestly. He does have a shield, I guess, so that might be the reason why he only dropped to 40%. I didn't catch it from the beginning.
I think he did dodge it.
Yeah, because that's more reason to why you should get the showdown, so you can initiate on Gladiator. You W and then you Q and it hits basically instantly.
Yeah.
And then the comet stun can follow up, so that's how it should be at least. But he's not going for it so far. I don't like it.
Not going for the kill, that is?
No, getting the showdown. He has to get
the
it
showdown,
to
okay.
initiate, yeah.
Gotcha.
Because Andro cannot initiate on that Magnus. He's just gonna steam buff it away. So
Yeah.
no chance for a kill. But he does actually hit it here, but that's like just on the edge of time. Oh, I didn't catch him yet.
Yeah, middle lane. No, Lodestone, the bottle charges are going to be enough to survive, but yeah, you know, I thought they had a chance earlier. I was a little surprised they didn't go for it, but they eventually find a time that fits, and between Lodestone and Luna. Luna did a good job of stunning off the creeps initially and then setting up the kill there onto Deadwood. So Bloodlust kill for Lodestone coming out, or I guess Luna got it, but now middle lane actually Lord Sulfuras is nearby. Oh, but he's going to be spotted now by Wild Soul, actually. Ends up finding him off to the side.
Goes to the jungle. So, yeah. I think it's a good decision from him. He can just jungle easily, especially level 4 now. When he gets level 5, it's really good. But again, Magnus stuns in top, and he can do that unpunished because there's no showdown on Gladiator. He does get it level 4 now, so I'll expect them to manage to net a kill here now in the near future.
You can tell Cookies here on Magnus knows that at least the potential for something like that is very possible, so going to play it safe. Lord Sulfuras is going to rotate actually to his own jungle, realizing that Wild Soul now is here, and if anything, it's just going to be an issue, so wants to get a farm. Clanks, though, he will continue to kind of freely farm this bottom lane. He's 25 and 10, 310 gold per minute right here for Cannondorf currently. But now he's by himself, and yeah, Probus might have picked up on that, because now he's back into the lane here, going against him, so he's managed 260 GPM. Again, nothing flash farming by any means, but considering the circumstances, not too bad so far. I guess the big positive for the Legion team is, of course, the Lodestone and Gladiator. And that comes up behind there. So, oh, middle lane, Aluna. She might be in trouble. Rotten Grasp is eventually going to come out. Deadwood was a little delayed there, though. He was actually on the ledge, kind of trying. I don't know if he was deciding which side he wanted to go on or if there's a pathing issue, but actually, he's in trouble now. Oh, boy.
Oh, he's going for it. The twin kill doesn't work out.
Yeah, that was a good attempt, but Aluna, he suspected that, and yep, down goes Deadwood. The auto attack just in range. Right there.
It was a bit of an unfortunate wall from Empath to begin with. He was not locked in. Here comes Gladiator in to finally get the showdown, and look at the work it does. So, yep, nice.
It's a good ability.
It is, definitely early on. It's really strong. So, good job by them. So, nice rotations.
Yeah, very well played. The 4 around, they're moving around now and setting up kills, and again, Probus doing his part of this bottom lane in the jungle. And this brings up questions about Cannondorf here on Clanks. You know, he's having an okay time for now, but you don't want to keep him in this long lane necessarily, especially now with the momentum starting to build up for Fresh here.
Yeah, he's at his free farm and he's doing well here, but if they land a kill on him once or twice at least, then his entire early game is almost ruined. So they have to be really careful with that, especially because they have managed to shut down the other 2 lanes. So if he starts dying, it's a no-go for them.
Right, grasp. Oh, catching the illusions of Aluna, but not Aluna herself. But Just Man more so doing it defensively. He's still level 5 currently, so doesn't have the big Willowmaker here just yet. How is Probusk building? Always curious with Wild Souls. I guess there's not a whole lot of farm yet, so just boots for now.
Yeah. Is he gonna go for this, what's it called, face boots onto the bear? I think it's an okay game to do that, because he's able to catch up to most of the melee heroes with it. So I would like to see that. He's going steam boots on his own hero first, okay. But Ghost Marches is not a bad option either.
I feel like we don't see that, though. I feel like people just simply get red boots on Boo Boo nowadays.
Yeah, it really depends what heroes you play against. I think against the Sulfuras and the Deadwood, you're able to catch up to them and get the slow off. So I think that's where you can really get it, and it will do work for you. But against a hero like Magmus, who can just stun out and who's very mobile, it's not a good item, because you can never catch up to him. It really comes down to, can you catch them or not, just by running after them with the extra ability.
Yeah.
And if you can, you should pick it up. If you can't, you don't.
It's 8 minutes in right now. Obviously, the slight lead here for Fresh. I mean, experience-wise, though, it actually suggests 1,000 experience lead for the Hellborn team. Having a jungler, true jungler in this case, in Lord Self-Forest, at least being in there is perhaps a bigger reason for that. He is level 6 here, and he's currently back at base. We'll see if he... No, he's not going to TP anywhere. Just simply running towards the bottom lane. So it looks like they have kind of adjusted now. Flanks is top, yeah.
Yeah, I would like to see them set up a kill in mid lane and Magnum stun into Grasp and ulti from Deadwood if he's nearby for the ulti, because they really need that to use the Falcon Punch or the Willowmaker. Didn't it used to be called that?
No, it's a name that I've always just used because it's...
Oh, it's because you've said it so much.
Yeah,
okay,
it's because
I just scrolled over and it's called Willowmaker, and then, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so similar. All right, bottom lane though, Luna. He's in trouble, but nice stun at the last second. Commissar also comes out. There's the Untying finally applied, though, and eventually is killed off. So, a hell of an attempt to actually get away right there, but it's just not going to happen. Lord Self-Forest, he gets the Undying up. That Morcer Tissima is such a huge nuke, especially with the Undying.
Andro.
And now Andromeda.
As well, so it's huge kills for them. Good momentum. The 2 supports actually level 5, so it's quite a lot. They give a lot of golden experience for 9 minutes into the game. Good roam from them. But it frees up space enough to go get the clanks.
Jeez. Always impressive still to see a Shatterstorm go off and then the head smash to follow. It just drops players. In that case, right there for Clanks. Good catch on him. So, as you mentioned, yeah, 2 supports are nice, but losing your carry, not so nice.
He was 380 GPM a couple minutes ago. Now he's down to 317. That's unfortunate. It's a case where if you see your entire team gank and get 2 kills, then you should know that the enemy team knows that there was 4 heroes there killing your team, so they will probably set up on you if they're not bottom.
Yeah.
So usually you go to the jungle at that point. It's at least something we've been trying to work on.
No, makes sense, yeah. Reading off of that information there. 1,400 gold saved up on Lodestone, so different guy here. Over 400 GPM, actually. He's going to have a pretty early on portal key here. So we'll see if they can use that.
I think Sulfuras is also going to skyrocket GPM soon. He has a triple ancients here that he's going to take, and I think he's going to have a huge item in the near future as well. So it's going to be really hard for the Legion side to fight into them, I think. Because I think, honestly, Sulfuras will have maybe a bit more impact than the Wild Soul at this point. Just because of they're going the 4-1 strat again, and I mean, Sulfuras is a huge counter to the hero. So it's definitely a problem for him. Oh, Deadwood mid lane.
He has no clue about this. And yeah, they're going to 5-man collapse on a Deadwood. So, well, I mean, that should be a kill. 5 players committing.
If you use 5 heroes to kill a level 6 Deadwood with 150 GPM, I mean, that's alright. But if you can get a tower from it, it's worth it for sure. Kill into tower is usually the best way to go about it.
Yeah, they're going to do that here. And I don't see them stopping this again. Wild Soul, especially in the front lines, pretty big already. In fact, okay, looks like he might have gone Helm of the Black Legion, I believe. Saw him purchase the Beast Heart as well as a Life Tube. So, yeah, going to be Helm of the Black Legion here for Probosk again.
Wild Soul? Okay.
Yeah. You never know with Wild Soul, man.
I'm not sure how much it helps you. You get some HP, but it's the auto attack reduction is not that huge because Clanks is mostly magic anyways. So I guess it's alright. It's extra HP, but I don't see that being so great in this game.
A big play by Gladiator right here initially. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a kill of the end. Meanwhile, in the background, Deadwood, though, gets caught. However, he is going to barely survive, and Lodestone gets taken out. And now Luna and Andromeda are on the run. So a 2-for-0 exchange in the Hellborn's favor, and they're going for more. I don't know if they're going to get it, though. Luna, yeah, she's in trouble. Stun going to happen. And nope, the swap from Andromeda at the last second. Luna's going to survive. But hey, they'll take Andromeda as well. So they are just fine with that. Now, Wild Soul did push the bottom tower in the meantime by losing 3 heroes in the process. Yeah, this is actually looking pretty good now for Mystery Gang.
It is for sure. I favor them in this spot. And the Survivors loves those fights there with 2 underlevel supports chasing those. I mean, the Survivors just wants to chase and spam Qs and Ws all over the place and deal a ton of damage. So yeah, always in their favor. And Magma's very strong for chasing as well.
Now Clanks into the jungle. Again, doesn't have the Thunderclaw just yet, but well, just about has it at the same time. He already has a triple stack here that he's going to be able to work with once he actually gets it finished, or he's just going to start doing it anyway. So being delivered though, and again that GPM is starting to go up and up here.
Yeah, look for him to get up to the 500 in the near future. This is looking good for them. I like the spot they're in. Legion side has to kind of get some kills into towers as they did before in the mid lane.
Yeah. It is interesting because I know, and I even agree with you, but I mean, you look at the stats, and Wild Soul is starting to get a little crazy himself. 470 GPM, he gets an Abyssal Skull here, but it really does go back to just Lord Self-Forest and how much of a decent counter he is to this hero. The Undying, I mean, hell, he even just went Abyssal Skull, which, it's solid on Wild Soul, but that lifesteal is going to be doing 0 for him in these fights as long as Lord Self-Forest presses R on him, which is, very likely, of course, in the fight. So that's impactful.
It's also a case like can Wild Soul really auto attack your Clanks and your damage dealers? How can they win the fight? They need to kill the Clanks and they need to kill the Magmas. So preferably before they do too much. So and Wild Soul is not the hero that just gets in on your face and stuns you or anything. So even if they have all this farm on him, it's not gonna do much if you can't auto attack heroes you need to.
And I'm noticing this Legion team too. Honestly, again, I'm not saying Wild Soul's not a lot of damage by any means, but the way he's building too, yeah, exactly. And the kite factor could be an issue as well, where he's not going to be dealing a crazy amount of damage. This Legion team doesn't have a crazy amount of sustained damage even, especially with Gladiator building more of that support style. Looks like he's going more of a tablet. Lodestone, of course, is up from Burst, but yeah, sustained damage, they're going to be lacking, I feel like, throughout this game.
It's sort of a case if they had the 400 GPM on Gladiator instead of on Lodestone, I mean, they could be in a pretty good spot because then Gladiator could build damage output items. Instead, it's looking like he only has 280, he's going support items, and a Lodestone with 400 GPM, I mean, what items can he really get? You can get a Barbed Armor after the Blink, or maybe an Aura item for your team, but Wild Soul already has the Abyssal too. He could go Bulwark, but it takes no time for the Wild Soul to farm it either way. He could get a Sheep, but that's so far out in the future that you can't really utilize the advantage that you get from a 400 GPM Lodestone. Compared to if it was a Gladiator,
So again, Wild Soul is farming very well. I mean, we're not overlooking that. He's now over 500 gold per minute here.
I'd like to see him pick up investments. It's just a good item to have against Magmas and Sulfuras here. And also Clank's damage output. He is 11 now. His ultimate is gonna do a lot more damage, magic damage, on top of the lackey that he has too. Yep, he does pick it up. That's good.
Yep. There's the Energizer, and they're headed towards the top lane. They don't want to give up this tower, actually. Magnus, he has a Portakey level 2 Eruption. Oh, but they're TPing away. They want to go to the bottom lane. They want to catch this Lord South Forest, and it looks like they're going to come through. Okay, a little overkill there. But maybe they suspected more were there, to be fair.
Yeah, I think he used it before he hit his pitfall almost. So he was kind of like, okay, if that doesn't hit, then I'm pretty sure my ultimate is gonna connect at least. So
I guess it's not a long
Better safe than
cooldown.
sorry. No, it's only a minute from now. It's alright. It helps when he gets more levels, so.
Yeah, only 60 seconds at level 3.
Mid lane.
Middle lane, jump onto Lodestone. He's going to be able to rock control, though. The Eruption. Yeah, that was a risky channel of the Eruption.
Yeah.
Did not
He needed
work
to
out.
wait for Deadwood just another like 0.34 seconds, and he would be able to land a Falcon Punch. Instead, he can just drill away from there. It's unfortunate for them. Oh,
See,
and they're
reaction.
almost got the Mac.
Gonna be fine though with that portal key reaction. Clanks is pushing up the top lane. Cutting through the trees right here. Gonna wait and see where the Legion team perhaps is. But he wanted to be careful because Gladiator is now heading over. And
Yeah, I think he's gonna go back to his jungle here. It hasn't been cleared. I think he should do that. Doesn't really matter to get a creep wave more up here. He shouldn't risk it at least. It's all about him getting the safe farm at this point.
yeah, so we do see the Mystic Vestments on Wild Soul. Now it's also Quick Blade actually, so I guess going to be going the Firebrand here. Unless, well, I guess it could be a Brutalizer. Yeah, that's considered decent on him too.
It's also pretty good because it's an alright item in this case. Wouldn't be too bad, but usually you see more of the high cost items like a wing bow or stuff and stuff like that. Jarvan is playing Frostwolf just because you farm so well on the hero.
Keep an eye on that here. Lord South Forest, he's proven to be pretty good at clearing out Ancients, doing that so once again here. And especially now with his farm, it's pretty easy to do. He doesn't take really much damage at all. So he has that tablet, another 1,400 gold saved up on him. But for this early on, looking pretty strong. Deadwood is the one that's a little bit behind. Again, Justman didn't have the friendliest of early game here. Even had the 5-man gank on him.
Yeah.
So he still needs...
It's just a case of how they laned. He has to struggle. It's really hard for him. Yeah. He can't really do much. I guess he can try and lead some experience here and there and get some bit of farm. But at this point, he also has to set up kills. So that's where he's gonna get his golden experience from at this point.
Man, they had a failed rock gank going into the jungle right here. It's Gladiator and Andromeda. They ended up just using it to place Ward of Sight, but they spotted Clanks at right as they did. I thought they could have really maybe tried for something there, but again, it is tough with that Hawk and not knowing if people are nearby, which I guess a couple might have been. So would have been a risky play if they had gone for it. But so in the end, Clanks is going to be fine there.
Yeah.
And continues to farm. Ooh, barbed armor on different guy here, playing the Lodestone. Good item.
I think if he could, he would buy Adam Merrick's bounty on Deadwood.
Yeah.
That was a possibility. Yeah. He can't really do much. It's just he's running around. And if he starts to farm the jungle, he might miss an opportunity where he doesn't have mana to get a kill. So it's a risk he takes.
Yeah, I guess that is kind of the thing that is weighing down a little bit Mystery King's success here is, yeah, the fact that they almost have a dead hero, for lack of a better word, on in Deadwood right now. But again, when he gets the portal key, ideally should happen in the next couple of minutes, and that was open up a bit. So,
I mean, that ultimate is still gonna be good against something like a Wild Soul. Like, it's all about bursting that guy down, and then I don't think they have any damage, or most of it is down at least. If they fight right now, Gladiator and Lodestone and the Luna still does a ton of damage, but into the late game, it's probably not gonna be that way.
so top lane, Blanks, uh-oh, showdown. He's being pulled back in, actually. There's a big combo coming up, and down goes Clanks. Yeah, that was Cannondorf. Getting a little too close. Meanwhile, middle lane in the meantime, Lodestone Barbed Armor was up. He does go down, but Wild Soul's here now. And Magnus is on the run. DC South Forest trying to save him as much as he can. Wild Soul continuing to chase, though, and eventually does take out Magnus in the end. So overall, big picture, pretty good for Fresh here. Oh, a 2-for-2, actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's good for them. If they can get the tower too, that would be amazing for them. I think they're gonna try to poke a little bit on the mid tower here. I think they should have the time to kill it. Yeah, they will.
What did Probot's buy? So he went Firebrand, and he just spent like 2,000. Did he go Frostburn? I think he might have gone Frostburn here. With,
I guess he could have, yeah.
no.
He might look to split that up at some point here. Yeah, he
Yeah.
did go for it.
God, that
I think
team,
he's gonna split it up. Yeah, 600.
Yeah, again, it feels weird right now because both you and I are agreeing, and I still think it definitely stands. It felt like Mystery Gang was actually looking pretty good here. And we still haven't really been able to see we haven't really seen a fight yet. I mean, there's just been
No,
pickoff. So once we see a fight, I think we're going to really see the Lord South Forest and the Undying impact. But yeah, without fights actually happening, more so just pickoffs. I guess that's favoring Fresh though, because without South Forest's ultimate on him, I mean, he's gonna wreck face as we saw there. The last
Sure.
couple of catches.
And I think if they want to just sit back and farm, I think it's important that they have a hero pushing out bottom. And Magnus could do it at this point. I think he also picked up a tablet, so he's very hard to kill for the Legion side. So if he could start pushing out waves down bottom and force the Legion heroes to be down in this vicinity, it frees up a ton of space. Then Clanks can actually be where he was before. Mm-hmm. But they need to try and make some pressure on the map to farm very well. South Forest bottom or mid. Bottom river.
Yeah, bottom rune down here. He's going to be pulling back. There's that combo once again from Gladiator. Meanwhile, Magnus Eruption, it only really did damage to Boo Boo, though. And now Magnus is going to have to try to escape. That ain't happening. He just got bursted down as soon as the dust came out. And now here goes to Kongor. So, well, they killed Andromeda, but losing 2 in the process. And now Kongor is definitely, well, maybe not definitely happening, but Wild Soul is just going to tank it. He can obviously even solo it if time allows for it, but going to get the team working. Yeah, this should be a Kongor kill now on top of it here.
It's clear to see that the Mystery Gang don't really have a plan at this point, like what they want to do, because Clanks can clear the entire jungle and push top, but the rest of the heroes are trying to find their place, and they don't really know where it's most effective for them to be, so they try to go for these ganks not being in favorable, not getting the favorable engagement like that one, so they're gonna get picked off if they don't. Yeah, I think the obvious choice is to send the Magnus bottom. He might die for it, but it just frees up space for them to get into a rhythm where they can actually outfarm the Legion side.
Yeah, I really think addressing Deadwood is, well, not only because it's obviously working here, but the more you think about it, it actually was the correct decision for sure from Fresh, because this lineup here, yes, Lord South Forest was able to find some great farm. I mean, eventually Clanks is starting to get some decent farm, which is always, kind of scary, sure. But Lord South Forest especially, he's a strong team fight hero, but he's not a ganking hero. He's not one that's going to, be going around setting up kills left and right like a Deadwood could have. And you got to wonder how much different this game could have been if, they did allow Deadwood to get that early portal key, get the early level 6, and eventually 11, and, start setting up kills. But again, they haven't been able to do that because of his struggles here, so that's really put a dent in their strategy.
Definitely. What they have going, or what we like, there's 4 minutes on token, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna try and force the base push right now. So they will have to fight in the near future. And Clanks does have a shrunken head now. The question is if they can manage to kill Wild Soul twice without the Undying the second time.
I will live through their potency.
Yeah. 2600 life, and then when he's in ulti form, even that much more armor. I mean, it's almost like I think you are at a case now, and I know you have the South Forest and want to be able to use it to use on Wild Soul, but maybe just trying to crowd control him heavy and then kill everything around him is probably your best bet here.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah, you might be right, because he doesn't have that much damage on. I mean, he does have damage, but it's not a Dark Lady or something like that with these items that just QEs and then you're dead. So it does take time for him. So yeah, for sure, kill the Gladiator, kill your Luna, kill the Andromeda if possible, and even the Lodestone if you manage to kite him a bit so he lands a bad ultimate. That might be the way to go, and then focus on Wild Soul after.
God, he is just killing things so fast, though. He's ready. Look at this base tower. It's already lost a third of its life. He just got to it. Using vulnerability.
They just saw a pitfall mid, so there could be a chance to go.
Oh, well, I mean, they use the Undying on him, so again, he won't have the lifesteal right now, but he's just going to fall back, let it wear off. It only lasts 3 more seconds. And now he can lifesteal again, so.
Yeah, so Undying, how is the cooldown? 30 seconds from now, so it's not that long, as we've talked about before, but I think if you commit that to him, you kind of have to go all out and take the token.
Yeah, you shouldn't just be using that just to harass. I mean, now without that threat, I mean, Wild Soul just doesn't really care, especially with the token on top of that. You saw there. Now, he did lose Boo Boo, so that's a little bit of a victory. But going to be back up in 15 seconds. Oh, what's going on up here? Good Clanks.
Wow. That's risky.
Yeah.
It might. Oh, the empath is in him, so he put a void down, so now they see everything. That's actually really sneaky.
Oh,
Oh no.
but now the
Oh,
Aurora
no.
happens, and now he's like, ah, crap, no more flight. Oh, now he's in trouble. In comes a pitfall, but he got the Shrunken Head off. Meanwhile, the fight down here as well. You see Gladiator getting back. Wild Soul, he's trying to hold his ground. Doesn't have a Shrunken, though, again, being locked down somewhat. We do see Cullen Andromeda in the background. Clank's now coming back in as Luna's picked off. Wild Soul is being kited somewhat here, but now he's getting the range auto attacks onto Clanks and going to go for the chase, and I think they're going to be successful. The Magnus stuns in, trying to save the day. It's not going to happen, though. Clanks will fall. He does have a buyback, however, and all of a sudden it is just Wild Soul. Yes, he has a token, but the strategy of kill everything around him actually seems like it works out here. For Mystery Gang, at least initially, but it's still a farmed Wild Soul.
Yep. I also find hold, honestly. It sort of backfired, actually, for the Legion side to go on Clanks up here because Wild Soul cannot follow up. And then Clanks just auto-attacked down Andromeda, and he was out of the game there. And Lodestone got an awkward initiation. But yeah, killing the team around him is definitely the way to go at this point. So first actually chasing him, 30-second token. Does have the sheepstick.
Yeah, I mean, again, without lifesteal, I mean, he still does okay damage here. And you see the fact that they're even running right here. I'm actually a little surprised. Okay, they probably know it's low, if anything. Well, okay, they're going to use it right there. Clanks is going to die. That was really odd to me. They like, committed, and they almost killed, and then they're like, oh, we got to run now. That seemed really off.
Very weird, because they should have the Kong timer. I mean, then knowing for how long that was left on that token, that was pretty pointless, and that's going to cost them racks, maybe. Also, buyback Clanks, so he died again. That's really, that hurts. That was fine what they did before, still hanging racks, but that chase was not successful.
No, that's definitely where it's going to backfire for them. And well, I mean, they are killing Wild Soul right here. He does have that undying, but here we go with the call to arms, and that was a big one. Landed on all three, also puts the buff up, and you just see them melt away. I mean, that could be right there the game, honestly, for Mystery King, if anything. I mean, I know it's starting to put themselves in a tough spot, but that chase, trying to make a play out of after what was a decent hold at least, is all of a sudden just snowballed here for Fresh.
Yep.
They're going mid
now.
now.
They lost everyone. That's 2 racks. That's almost impossible to come back from at this point of the game. So, looks like a 2-0 sweep here.
Yep. Fresh is well on their way, and again, they're going to be playing Complexity in the first round of the playoffs here next week. If they hold on to this victory, which don't really see that not happening at this right now, as they clear out 2 sets of racks, and they're even going to go for Mega Creeps in the meantime. You got Clanks going in for the flank. He says, all right, screw it, got to try something. There's the Storm Spirit, though. Meanwhile, the racks, they are going to go down. We are going to see Megas. There's the crowd control. Clanks is killing in the background. He gets a hat trick, actually. So buffing up the stats a little bit, but obviously
just a little bit too late.
Yeah. And now they're going to kill Wild Soul. There you go. It works.
Yeah. It all started with a couple pickoffs. I actually favored them a bit, but before that. But yeah, those pickoffs led into towers, and then they led into a Conqueror, and then they led into a base push. So they got objective from every single kill they got, and that hurt them in the end on Mystery's side.
Yeah. Fresh 2-0 victory over Mystery King here. And they're going to be moving on once again. So congratulations to them. Got to feel pretty good. Again, a team that's went through some roster changes to say the least. But hey, between Cycle for Performance and now you're in this Time to Win Invitational, things looking pretty up for their future here moving forward. So they're going to be playing Complexity. I'm updating the brackets right now. So there we go. So this is a good idea of what we're looking at now. So them versus Complexity. Again, BMG, they're still waiting for the winner of Sync versus 2-0, which will be coming up later on today. In fact, a little more than an hour from here. So, so yeah, I guess we already got your final thoughts there. But anything else to add about the series before we do start to move on here?
No, I'm excited for the next one, of course. It was a good game here.